Dianna Swanson from Tatouage Products. I'm going to go through some step-by-step instructions, give you some tips and tricks to show you how you can transform a room in a matter of moments without ever picking up a paintbrush. By showing you exactly how Tatouage comes. You're going to get your package, go ahead and open it. Be careful not to cut anything. This is your bind sheet. And you'll notice that Tatouage comes in 2 sheets. Here's the first sheet, and you'll see that this is going to have the design on it. If you peel the first sheet up, you're going to notice that the design is white on the back, but it's going to be sticky on this side. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure that you keep this protective backing there to protect the design so nothing gets to it, because as it's going to stick to your wall, it's going to stick to everything in its path. So here's the protective backing. So there's the front. Peel it up. This is going to be sticky. Here's the protective backing, and you want to keep that together. How you keep that together when you're first tatouaging is you might want to grab some tape. Simply take off a little piece of tape and keep that together. So that way it's not going to slide off. It's stuck there. You're going to want to do that probably for all 4 sides, or depending on what your design is, if you've already cut something out. I'm going to show you how to tatouage the vines, but the same principle goes for all of our designs. So if you know how to tatouage one, you're going to know how to tatouage all of them. So what I'm doing is I'm taping this together on all 4 sides. Okay, I've got the stake safe and secure. It's not going to go anywhere. Here's your sheet, and what you're going to notice is what we've done is we've gone ahead and we've shown you where to cut some of our designs out. Here's the black dotted line, so I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to cut this out. Now again, be careful when you're cutting this stuff out, the little extra pieces, that you make sure if you need some more tape, if you want to tape those pieces together to ensure that it doesn't come apart. Here I am, I'm just cutting these out. And there. I'm going to take these and I'm going to put these aside. I'm going to put these down to the side for later. And here's the vine sheet. Now with Tatouage, with everything, what you can do is you can customize this to fit your space. I'm going to put the vines on the wall and I'm going to make them meander up and around a doorway. So I'm going to cut these out even further. I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut these as if, just going to cut. I'm going to take this little piece off. I know I'm going to be able to use that for an accent later. And then the other thing is that I'm going to take this top piece. Again, you'll notice I'm going to take this top piece here. And I'm going to cut that part off too. This is going to make this easier to work with, and it's going to make it easier so if I want to customize this to my space, I can do that. Actually, I'm going to make it one long. Here, I've got this piece. I want to make sure that nothing happens to this. Go ahead and tape that together. I'm going to put this one to the side as well as this one. Okay, now I've got my sheet. It's taped on the sides, and I'm ready to go ahead and place it on the wall. I've got the small piece of vine here, and what you can do if you want is you can take this, again keeping the backing on, and I can place this here, and I can tape this up. I can take all of the other pieces and I can place it to make sure that I'm happy with the positioning. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab my tape. Okay. For ease of demonstration, I'm going to start right here. And what I'm going to do is, my vision for this is I'm going to have the vines go up and around the patio doorway. So I've got some tape, and I'm going to take my design, and I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to tape this up here. Okay, now I'm ready to take off the protective backing, and I'm ready to have some fun. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that this stays secure. I'm going to lift up the first piece of tape. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull that protective backing out, keeping everything where I wanted it, and taping this back down. As you start to do tatouage, you probably won't need to tape it every time, but for the first time, and especially to go ahead and mark out your placement, I recommend that you keep the backing. Okay, now I've determined that I'm happy with the positioning. I've removed the backing. I'm going to lift that tape up. Now, take your tongue depressor, and what I recommend is that you take it and you kind of hold it like that. And what you're going to want to do is you just rub over the entire design. And once you get the top of it done, then what is easiest is if you keep pulling as you go. Now you don't want to pull too fast. You want to take your time. And there you can see it's transferring. Another thing is if you have something small like the vines that have the very fine pieces on it, the little tendrils, you might want to rub over the whole entire thing really quickly and then go back and look at that. That's dry to the touch, and you'll notice as you start putting this on, it's going to take the texture of the wall. So you're going to, if you have textured walls, you want to take your time, you want to get in all the little nooks and crannies. Okay, now you're ready to put your second piece on the wall. So what you're going to do, I've got my second piece, I went ahead and I untaped it just to make it easy. You can retape this up if you want to make sure, but what you'll notice is right here, I'm going to pull this backing off so you can see it a little better. I'm going to take it, and you'll notice that I'm kind of, what I'm doing is I'm putting it right on the, right over the vine that I've just applied. So it kind of looks as if it's just an extension from that. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go over the design, and you can just kind of take your nails. Now the bigger pieces, you're not going to be, it's not going to be that easy. You're not going to get away with that easy. But what you can do is I have the design. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lift it up just a little bit. Now, with the vines, what I can recommend is to take your tongue depressor and right where that connection piece is, just want to go over that just to make sure that it holds it right into place. I'm going to continue to go on up and around the doorway, but the other thing that I wanted to show you is how easy it is to lay your tatouage. I've gone ahead and I have the butterfly. I'm going to peel off the protective backing. This is one of my favorites. And I can take this butterfly and I can put it right over the other tatouage. Because it's not raised, there's not a halo around it, you can layer tatouage and layer tatouage. It's not going to look like a sticker or a decal. Going over it, get the little antennas up on top. And here, in a matter of seconds, I have this beautiful butterfly with hand-painted brush strokes. I'm not messy, I'm not dirty. If anything should happen right now, I can finish this one up, put everything in the closet, and I can continue my project later. It's not like paint. You don't have to wait for anything to dry. See, that's dry to the touch. It's not raised. Well, I hope you all had as much fun as I did today. I'm going to continue on with my vines and flowers. I hope this was informative and you feel confident about doing your tatouage. But most of all, remember to have fun.